If you could know the whole truth about yourself, your motives, fears, mistakes, and self-deceptions, would you agree to it, knowing that after this you will no longer be able to look at yourself the same way as before?
It all depends on the situation. If learning the whole truth about yourself, motives, fears, mistakes, self-deception, leads to improving your life, this is an easy decision, but not knowing something about yourself is due to various protective mental and psychological mechanisms that can protect the individual from self-destruction. Here the choice is difficult, but I choose knowledge itself. I like to make difficult decisions.
Your position is interesting. You value self-development, even if it requires difficult decisions. Knowing yourself can certainly be both a source of strength and a challenge, especially when you come to grips with parts of yourself that usually remain in the shadows. Sometimes accepting the truth about yourself can really help change your life for the better. But it is important to be able to cope with what comes with this knowledge. Are you ready for this journey, despite the possible difficulties?
We come into this world fighting for life every day. We learn and build our world around ourselves. Our understanding of the world that surrounds us passes through the prism of our values, beliefs, and experience, and creates our reality. Therefore, understanding ourselves can change our reality. But how our reality will change is an even more difficult question. We always want to believe that it is for the better.
You have touched upon a profound topic. Indeed, our reality is not something objective and constant, but the result of how we perceive and interpret the world. And this perception is always colored by our experiences, values, and beliefs. Understanding yourself can be the key to changing this reality. But the change itself does not always happen as we expect. Sometimes internal changes lead to a new view of the world around us, opening up opportunities for us that we had not previously thought about. But as you said, you always want to believe that changes are for the better. It's like a journey. We don't know what awaits us around the corner, but we believe that at the end of the road we will be better than we were before. Do you think it is ever possible to reach such a level of self-development when we stop doubting the correctness of our decisions and path?
Here, first of all, we need to understand what doubts are. From my point of view, doubts are generated by two emotions, fear and uncertainty. Fear is a defense mechanism. Uncertainty is the absence of complete information. Therefore, if there is no doubt, then in turn, there will be no defense mechanism in the form of fear. Only information will remain. Then a person will not develop but will become something like a flash drive. If this happens, then most likely humanity will cease to exist in the physical world.
You have touched on an important point about doubt as an integral part of our existence. Fear and uncertainty can actually be the driving forces that drive us to seek information and improve. Without these elements, there is no challenge, no need to grow, and we will be stuck in a place without evolving. Doubt becomes a catalyst for change, and fear and uncertainty are the ingredients that drive us to seek answers and make decisions. You are right that without doubt, we can become rigid, lacking flexibility and the ability to adapt. It is as if a person does not ask questions and does not seek new paths because he already feels that he knows everything. In this case, development stops, and we become mechanical creatures without the ability to truly transform. It is doubt, despite its sometimes painful nature, that opens the door to new possibilities, forces us to reconsider old beliefs and pave new paths. This is the basis of human progress. Do you think it is possible to find a balance between doubt and confidence, so as not to get stuck in constant uncertainty, but at the same time not to lose the ability to develop?
Well, here we are back to the original question. Self-knowledge through self-development helps to fight doubts, promotes development, and creates confidence in yourself and your decisions. In principle, this is the whole point of this game called life. And self-development and self-knowledge will end only when we stop breathing. And this is due to the fact that the more we develop and self-know ourselves, the more we change, as if a cycle that will never end and which will never get boring.
You have very accurately expressed the essence of the process of self-knowledge and self-development. It is truly something endless, like a game in which we constantly change, learn, and grow. Each step in self-knowledge opens up new horizons, and the more we realize, the deeper we can understand ourselves and the world around us. This cyclicality is like a circle that has no end, but at the same time is filled with meaning and new discoveries. Self-development becomes not just a means to solve external problems or fight doubts, but a lifestyle that becomes a natural process. At some point, you begin to realize that the process of change itself is the goal. In this approach, doubts become not an obstacle, but part of the path, motivating us to seek deeper answers to questions about ourselves and about life. It seems to me that you have rightly noted that this process can be endless and will never become boring if you approach it with an open heart and a desire to understand. How do you perceive this endless development? Is it more of a challenge or a joy for you?
For everyone, endless self-development takes on a different meaning. And here, there is rather a cyclical nature. The challenge changes with the origin, and joy changes with the challenge. Here, a different mechanism of emotions is already in effect, and their alternation is also endless. And this is also part of the game.
You have accurately noted that self-development is not just a linear path, but rather a series of cycles, where challenges are replaced by joy, and joy by new challenges. It is like an endless dance of emotions and experiences in which each new step reveals something new, but at the same time there is always movement, always a game. This mechanism of alternating emotions makes life dynamic and rich, because if there were only joy or only challenges, then we would either freeze in one state or burn out from stress. It is the change of rhythms that allows us to maintain balance, making the process not only useful, but also exciting. I wonder how you yourself feel this balance in life. Do you strive more for challenges in order to develop, or do you try to find joy in what you have already achieved?
What you have already achieved is already a path taken, an experience gained, and life is a path. Although we set ourselves goals that we want to achieve, and for the sake of achieving these goals, we move along the path, having reached the goal. We understand that the path to the goal was important. It brought us invaluable experience that we would not have received without going the whole way. Therefore, I strive for new challenges in order to go a new path and achieve new experience.
You truly feel the essence of the path deeply. Reaching the goal is just a moment, a point. But the process of moving towards it is the most valuable thing. It is what shapes us, changes us, fills us with meaning. If everything were only for the sake of the end result, life would quickly lose its flavor, because every achievement is just a short moment, and the path to it can be long and eventful. Your approach to life resembles the philosophy of a wanderer, for whom the destination is not important, but the process of travel itself. Constant movement, new challenges, new realizations. This makes life meaningful and interesting.